One constant in digital marketing is that it's always in a state of change. There are new strategies and tactics that come out almost every week that we as digital marketers have to incorporate into our strategies and tactics. The purpose of this video is to give you a framework we can use to take new strategies as they come out and put them in the right place for the right audience to get the right results that we want. If you look at successful digital marketing programs, they have several characteristics that are core to them. The first is that they're consistent. One thing you're going to hear throughout this program is that it's not just doing things, but it's doing things consistently, blogging at the same pace, putting out videos at the same pace. It really makes a difference because then your audience can anticipate them and they know when things are going to be coming out. The next thing is it has to be planned. You're going to hear continually from experts in all the different media that having a plan is central, because if you're a blogger and you don't know what you're going to blog next, it's really tough to look at that blank screen and figure out what to say. If you have a plan, you can actually create and curate content so that you're ready to go as you move through the year. The next thing has to be is holistic. And by that it means to every one of the strategies need to be able to merge traditional marketing, things like email, television, PR releases, and banner advertising, with the new social channels in a way that it holistically approaches your market in the media that they're used to consuming the content that you're developing. The next thing it needs to be is awesome. And by awesome, it means putting out content that in your target market will be so great that they'll want to tell other people just like them about your content. In other words, going viral. And so if we find that awesome content accelerates through the digital pyramid to maximize your share of market for every dollar that you're investing in different sorts of content and media. The next one is it needs to be influencer and community focused. Communities are forming all the time, and they're talking about problems that they have or challenges that they have that your products and services can answer. We need to sense those communities, identify where they are, find out who the influencers are, and begin to understand what they're talking about to use that to our best advantage in building our marketing programs. Finally, it has to be multimedia. And by that, what we need to do is to remember that your market is always in video, it's always in audio, and it's reading a wide variety of content on the web. And so we need to have a strategy that uses all those characteristics to get to the market and get to every person in the market, regardless of what sort of media they're consuming. How do you do that? Well, in 2016, YouTube came out with a structure that works really well, and it works in any kind of a marketing effort, and it's called Hero, Hub, and Help. At the top of the pyramid, we have hero content. We're going to do this a few times a year, and the hero content is designed to create buzz in the marketplace. In other words, its strategic role is to grow your market share by building awareness, brand awareness, in the target market that you want to do. This is where acquisition marketing happens, and there's a whole lot of different ways that we can use hero content in other different strategies to reach different types of target markets. The next level is hub content, and hub content is based around the themes that your market is talking about today. And what we will do is we'll build a plan that will go out in a consistent manner to give people the content that they want around the themes that they're concerned about to maximize our influence within the industry. The final piece is help content, and help content is designed around your products and services, and it is designed to help people use them most effectively. So there'll be tips about how to do it. We'll put all of our instructions on how to unpack the box, if you will, and begin and install the product. And so we will use video to answer the frequently asked questions that are coming into our company in a way that they can consume it very easily, and that'll mostly be on video. Well, the hero Well, hero content can be used in many different ways. In other words, we can build many strategies around the hero content depending on what we want our target market to do. In other words, how do we want to engage them and how do we want to build relationships with them? And so one of the ways we will do it is with what's called newsjacking. That is actually using news, holidays, and other sorts of planned and unplanned events to our advantage if it was something that will really be of concern to our target market. And we'll give you several strategies to use newsjacking. Event jacking is something we'll use a lot. Basically, your markets are congregating at certain sorts of conventions and summits and events, and what we want to do is to identify those in advance and prepare our media to use that to our best advantage. Engagement marketing is the base of the hero, hub, and help concept. We'll talk about how big and small businesses are using engagement as a way to build a relationship and a dialogue with high value markets. Nurture marketing is more of a sales strategy, but it's used very effectively to move people from point to point in their decision journey based on who they are, what type of market they are. These are database driven strategies. We can build private communities, meaning a community that you have to register to get into, and we'll talk about how that works. Secret communities are another one. In other words, they're online, but no one can see them. It's an invitation-only system that works quite well for many companies in target markets. We're going to talk about influencer marketing and when to use it. And finally, we'll talk about micro content and how we can use micro content to get to markets very, very quickly and build them into prospects that become customers. And so basically what we want to do is we'll mix together those strategies based on the target markets you want to develop and the relationships you want to have with them. Some of these strategies are database driven, others are not. And so we need to mix them together in the right way to build different relationships depending on what the potential is for each market that you want to develop.